So, all right, we say give thanks again. So, moving right along, we're going to invite another member of the Rastafari community to come and give an endorsement. Ras Ivai Tafari from the Nyabinghi house is going to come forward. Yeah, so while Ras Ivai runs around, Ras Ivai was here earlier giving thanks and praising Isis. Yes, in coming forward. So I want to welcome again all the mansions and organizations of Rastafari. Give thanks for being here. We say members of the Rastafari Youth Initiative Council, members of the 12 Tribes of Israel, Haile Selassie School of Vision. I'm sure Boba Shanti is here somewhere, the Nyabinghi House, the House of Dread. So we give thanks for all ones who have stood up boldly for Ganja. Ras Ivai Tafari, let's welcome him, please.
Give thanks, a victorious day. You said it rightly. This is a day of victory for Rastafari. You know, we go forward to the prophecy. It said, behold, I have given you every herb. Which one did it exclude? Almighty God said, behold, I have given you every herb, which is upon the face of the earth. And every tree in the which is the fruit of a tree yielding seed, to you it shall be for meat. Which one of the herb him did exclude? So you see the law that frame up against one plant. Today, medical science, all the technology has shown that this plant that the Rasta man singled out and said is for the healing of the nation has proven beyond any doubt that the amount of things ganja can cure, you're in for a surprise. You see them we are suffer with the prostate cancer and the pancreatic cancer and the breast cancer and the many cancers that affect the body. You're in for a surprise. There are scientists now in Israel all over the world, Canada, England, America, Germany, Russia, exploring what the Rasta man in a cloud of smoke did know say are the best medicine this man. Yeah. When I asked one of these great doctors, Dr. Barnell, my empress asked him, Dr. Barnell, what amount of ganja would you consider unsafe for me to smoke? Dr. Barnell talk about the L50, some grades in that they use. He said you have to smoke 15 pounds of ganja in a short space of time for ganja to become toxic. None of us can do that. Therefore, ganja safe for I and I. Not like tobacco and alcohol and all them other things where kill more people than the World War I and II kill. So we give thanks to the moment. We give thanks where we have reached. Minister Golden in disappear somewhere, but we have to give thanks to Minister Golden and a team, because I think this is the first time both houses of parliament have a rule past something that has been a controversy over the years. And I think Jamaica start late, you know. But you see, because we have the fastest people on the planet, I think we can go catch up back some people. Because we have anything come out of Jamaica, you know, it have a brand to it. You know, and even though Rastafari has been rejected and despised, when the tourists come to Jamaica, is one people them enthused to meet. Rastafari. And the period ganja they all over the globe, you know. When him come and smoke a Jamaican giant, oh my gosh, the best sleep you ever have, the best recreational vibes you ever have is when you smoke the Jamaican ganja. So we give thanks for this moment. We wait to our elders do, you know. Because we have elders who couldn't walk the street, them did have to walk in a gully. They were seen as the dunghill, the daily gleaner, described Rasta as South Sea cannibals and deluded creatures, this obnoxious cult, and we will sweep it under the carpet. But we give thanks today where we have reached. We give thanks. Not all of the time, it's spontaneous I was called, but we give thanks, it's a joy to really know say an event will be in the grill. It's the first time, as the minister said, an event was sanctioned by government, by law, to say ganja is on parade, ganja will be smoked freely
No, I rest.
And an event when name High Times Cannabis Cup. We have all kind of cup. But in Jamaica, we have never had the Ganja Cup. So we are look forward for all ones come out and support it, all the races, all the people. And as Rastafari said, people, you have seen Rastafari, but many of you don't even know what Rastafari represents. You know about the ganja and the locks and we say Haile Selassie, but you have not taken time out. Only recently you heard them say about red meat now and these processed red meat. The rest have been telling a long time. Say these things not good. The same Genesis 1:29 it say, every herb bearing seed, to you it shall be for meat. So meat is what? Fresh fruits, grains, vegetables, nuts and seeds. It's not the carcass of an animal.
Not flesh.
So Rasta been telling the people, and I hear a lot of people are screaming now and say, no, it don't affect Jamaica because our lifestyle don't include all of that red meat and all. Of course, we have sausage and bologna and anything there, if we can afford it. We are telling the people them, Rasta been telling them, start process your hair, who listen to us? But it reached the stage now where I'm seeing my black women them feeling nice to wear a little locks. Even if them call it sister and brother. But it is locks, it come in. And you're natural and you're beautiful. We've been telling you about natural food and I said, well, no, get malnourished and we eat callaloo every day. No, I'm hearing eat more fruits and vegetables. And the rest of them been telling you and never listen. The rest of them been telling us that ganja the healing of the nation. If you listen, that thing will mad you now. Now we still hear some people in our society, in our government talking about ganja that is psychotic and make you this and that and that. But listen to me. They are now realizing that ganja is one of the best medicines in plant form that can be used. So all the things Rasta been telling, not eat, not too much salt. No, we hear big ads that tell you to cut down on your salt intake. So if you had listened to the Rasta man, you would have been in a better position. Hypertension, diabetes, arthritis, and all these ailments would not have been so prevalent in our society. So we are saying, don't you hear the voice of the Rasta man say, Babylon, your throne gone down, gone down. Babylon, your throne gone down.
Yes, Rastafari. I didn't know it was a spontaneous thing, Rastafari. I really thought you knew that you were supposed to be up here. So we say give thanks again. We have to give thanks for all of our knowledge bearers and our knowledge carers. Those who have the traditional knowledge have preserved it as far as ganja and ganja planting, ganja cultivation is concerned. We learned a lot in the fields, because when you're doing this thing, it's like you're nurturing a baby. So you have to take your time with it and you want to see it come to a fullness, want to see all the buds them coming out right. It's just like a baby. And I give thanks that I had the opportunity to do that. So now we're going to welcome another member of the Rastafari community from the House of Dread who is going to just come and give us another endorsement from the community. Rastafari, Brother Gary. Yes, let's welcome him. Isla fully, please.
I'm a Prime Minister. Yes, we're very J. Authority.
Blessed love, Haile Selassie. In terms of this promotion, the House of Dread would like to say that we congratulate IFV most heartily on the persistence, the initiative, the energy and the drive to conceptualize such an event. However, we are even more pleased with other dimensions of this event. We have been quite angry at the misinformation about our father. And this event will provide the access to the correct information being relayed to a great proportion of people who will relate to others too. Again, this event, by virtue of the information that it will deliver, will go a far way in demystifying marijuana and destigmatize marijuana. First of all, we used to hear, oh, herb is psychotic and you're gonna get mad. Okay. You bear in mind that the medical record says that the introduction age of people in Jamaica was about 11. So by virtue of that, if herb makes you psychotic, you'd have to have about 40 more Bellevue in Jamaica. Yeah. Now, there's some hypocrisy surrounding marijuana. Not some, a whole lot. Apparently, people from the medical profession are quite reluctant to admit, in the face of the latest scientific reports, that marijuana is more than good, more than great. And I'm not talking about finance. I'm talking about medical health. Rastafari is the most qualified person to speak. We have experimented on ourselves for more than 40 years. Yeah. We remember when it was 7 years for a chalice, and if herb was in it, that would be 7 more. Yeah. That would be a total of 14. And every day when you go and buy, you never have enough money to buy the amount, so you have to go several times. So several times you have to take that risk. But we do that with a good heart. Yeah. Now, we have watched the journey of the ancients under this travail for many years. And if I was to begin to list atrocities, it would cross all government borders. Yeah, we have had most unfortunate experiences with governing bodies. And in that light, I'm going to take a moment out of my area to point something out. The last amendment to marijuana was about 40 years ago. And this person in front of me is the first person in 40 years to do some work that will bring relief to a great number of Rastafari. Relief in the fact that you won't go to jail. Yeah. And again, maybe you just remember, you just know talk about the people that rub it up in their hands. I'm talking about you having your chalice in your hand, and just when you're about to say, "Bless His Imperial Majesty," you're bow, bow. Yeah. Only now the shooting, as my Empress said, is cameras. Yeah. So we are glad for all of those things. However, as we move towards what you call hemispheric history, because this is the first time in Jamaica, in the Caribbean, in this hemisphere, something like this will be done. That is worthy of recognition, and I congratulate my brethren wholeheartedly on the effort that he has put together. Now, I'm also going to take another minute. As a general in the House of Dread, we observe conditions in the Rastafari family that we are not pleased with. We would love to see a quick acceleration in the improvement of the living standards of most of our family. We are not talking about the affluent few or those who can take care of themselves. We are talking about the majority of our family who, by virtue of being marginalized and stigmatized, have not realized any kind of potential. Their economic position is not good. We see it as our duty to uplift their quality of life. To do so, we will be most urgently and stridently going for our autonomy, as these years that we have passed through have revealed a part of our nature. We are very self-reliant. On the basis of that self-reliance, we will be asking for our autonomy. One basic problem exists from slavery until today. Everyone who suffered that trauma was landless. And the majority of Jamaicans now are still landless. The Rastafari family, in particular, will be addressing those matters very, very stridently. We refuse to accept that our people should be poor. We refuse to accept that. So our efforts will be, as the King commanded, collective participation, cooperation as a mark of strength. So I have been, with all the love in the world, we pray for a successful event. Blessed love.
Yes, and as Rastafari, we say that our mission remains for the hungry to be fed, the naked to be clothed, the sick to be nourished, the aged to be protected, the infants to be cared for, and the ignorant to be educated. So that should be our ongoing mission. Everything that we are working on, that's the foundation that we should be building on. Yes, give thanks again, Rastafari. Let's hear it again for Rastafari from the House of Dread.